wearing boots all worn and cracked, a dusty hat and eyes that said he'd never once look back. He poured a little whiskey, slid a card across to me, said, "Son, I've seen 1,000 hearts, and yours won't set you free." He lit himself a cigarette, the smoke hung in the air, and said, "You're carrying a memory like an old man wears despair. You're thinking about a woman, the one you lost along the line. But pain don't pay no interest, boy, and time ain't ever kind." He said, "You gotta know when to hold on, know when to let go, know when to walk away when the wind begins to blow. You never count your heartache while you're sitting in the dark. There's time enough for crying when life has played its card." I asked him how he knew her face was living in my head. He smiled just like the lonely do and softly shook his head. "Saw the way you grip that ring you keep inside your coat. That kind of love don't die, son, it just learns how to float." He said, "You gotta know when to hold on, know when to let go, know when to walk away when the wind begins to blow. You never count your heartache while you're sitting in the dark. There's time enough for crying when life has played its card." Then the train slowed down, he tipped his hat and stood. He said, "Son, don't chase the past, even if you think you should." He stepped out in the silence, and I never called his name, but I still hear his voice each time sorrow calls her name. You gotta know when to hold on, know when to let go, know when to walk away when the wind begins to blow. You never count your heartache while you're sitting in the dark. There's time enough for crying when life has played its cards. I sit on the porch when the daylight fades. The rocking chair creaks with the weight of days. A cup of coffee, cold as the wind, and the ghost of your smile keeps drifting in. I still see you in the sunset glow, in the hush of the night, when the soft winds blow. You've been gone for years, but the pain don't leave. Some hearts don't move on, they just learn to grieve. The radio plays that old country tune you used to hum beneath the harvest moon. I still hear your laugh in the whispering trees, and I swear sometimes you're right here with me. I still see you in the sunset glow, in the hush of the night, when the soft winds blow. You've been gone for years, just learn to grieve. They say time heals, but time's been slow. It mends the skin, not the soul below. If you're somewhere listening, I hope you know this old heart of mine won't let you go. I still see you in the sunset glow, in the quiet moments when the stars hang low. You've been gone for years, but I still believe some love never dies. It just learned to grieve. And I sit in the dark while the night slips in, thinking of you like I always did. I showed up at your doorstep with dust on these old boots, no map in my pocket, no plan to follow through. Then I saw your smile behind the glass, and somehow I knew I'd found my past. You poured me coffee and a little grace on that crooked porch in your quiet place. We talked of dreams and broken years, and I forgot all my restless fears. I never meant to leave, my dear, but the world's got a way of pulling you clear. And every time I'm miles away, my heart finds the road back to where you stay. Years went by and the seasons turned, but your eyes still held the same slow burn. In the hush of night, I heard you breathe, don't you go, stay here with me. I never meant to leave, my love. My footsteps always circle back to us, 'cause a heart like yours don't come around twice. You're the calm in my chaos, the peace in my life. One day I'm silent and still, don't remember me as a man who would roam, but as one who kept trying to stand still in the only place he'd ever call home. I never meant to leave since the day I found you. I knew I'd already arrived. Never meant to leave since the day I found you. I knew I'd already arrived. I found you in a quiet town Sunset gold, your hair falling down. You smiled like spring, soft and true. And right then I knew I belong to you. I'll love you slow like rivers run, like morning dew beneath the sun, through stormy skies or skies so blue. Forever, darling, feels like you. We've danced in fields, we fought the rain, but I'd do it all again and again. You're my porch light when I'm lost, my every mile, no matter the cost. I'll love you slow like rivers run, like Sunday songs and setting suns, through mountain highs or valleys too. Forever, darling, feels like you. Years may turn our hair to gray, but my heart won't ever drift away. I'll love you still when time is through, when all that's left is me and you. No need for words, no need for proof. Forever, darling, lives in you. Yeah, forever feels like you. We had a song, 2 guitars, 1 truck, and the road was long. Friday nights down by Miller's Creek, dancing barefoot, hearts running free. You wore that red dress, I played my part, singing Springsteen with all my heart. We laughed till the stars fell down like rain, back when love was wild and not afraid. Those were the best days of our lives, golden summers and neon nights. We didn't know what the future would bring, but we had the world in a tighter swing. Even now when the cold wind bites, I close my eyes and I see that light. You and me, no need to survive, we were just living the best days of our lives. We said we'd never grow too old, but time has a way of taking hold. Now you're a photo in a silver frame, but in my heart you still feel the same. Those were the best days of our lives, laughing louder than the 4th of July. We didn't care what tomorrow would be, long as you were right next to me. Even now when the night gets quiet, I hear that song, I feel that fire. You and me, no need to survive, we were just living the best days of our lives. No fame, no fortune, just fireflies, a kiss, a promise promise and open skies. Yeah, those were the best days of our lives. Back road dreams and roller coaster rides. Time moved fast, but the feeling stayed. You're still the melody I play. So here's to us and that sweet July, a memory that'll never die. You and me frozen in time, still living the best days of our lives. Never grow too old, but time has a way of taking hold. Now you're a photo in a silver frame, but in my heart you still feel the same. Now you're a photo in a silver frame, but in my heart you still feel the same. Those were the best days of our lives, laughing louder than the 4th of July. We didn't care what tomorrow would be, long as you were riding next to me. Even now when the night gets quiet, I hear that song, I feel that fire. We started out with nothing much, just a beat-up truck and a little trust. You held my hand through wind and rain, and never once let go through all the pain. There were nights we barely slept, counting pennies, counting steps, but your soft voice kept me strong, whispering, we'll get there, won't be long. A love like ours don't come too easy. It's built on hope when the days get breezy. We've been through the fire, walked every trial. Girl, you're still the reason I smile. Every step, every tear, every trial was worth every mile. We patched the roof when it leaked in spring, shared one dream and a wedding ring. There were fights and there were fears, but we stood our ground through the years. Love like ours don't fade with weather, it only grows when we hold it together. We've been through the fire, walked every trial, and girl, you're still the reason I smile. Every bruise, every turn, every trial was worth every mile. Now we sit on that same front porch, watching life from a swing we forged. And I'd do it all again, no doubt. You're what this life's all about, yeah. Love like ours was made to stay, not just sunshine, but storms and gray. We've been through it all, mile after mile, and I'd walk it again just to see you smile. Every road, every storm, every trial was worth every mile.